and just because allegations and stuff, but then more people would say yes.
But again,
More people would think, and a lot of these guys got to understand. I told them, if you have a past and stuff that you did that you know should not be shown in the scene, and then you got careless one of those guys going, oh, well, man's got sickness and man's got this. You can't do that. You just show that you were using somebody and hiding what they were doing.
Right.
And you're ruining the kids and all people that were looking up to you and following you and thinking they were coming to something to get away from that.
Which is what majority of the people, the issue that majority of people have.
There was a girl who growing up, she goes, I was raped, I was beat up, I was everything growing up as a kid. And I joined Zulu Nation to get rid of that. To find out that my leader is the one doing it. That hurts.
Yeah.
But what can we do about it? But the society wanted him to be done. He was making too much money, he was too big, he was too powerful, and even the government saw that he has a nation.
Somewhat.
And they want to take the nation away from you. So now the Spades are back, Black Panthers are back, everybody's back.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Just like that. We're not operated on
And then now these guys doing the kid outreach programs, they're changing everything around. The stuff that should have been done, but the elders are the ones who was holding it back because all they saw was the money.
Right.
Yeah.
And it goes back to that same thing about, you know, the individuals. When you have the biggest thing for a predator is vulnerable people, whether it's financial predator or energy predator, whatever. You know what I mean? What they need is people who are vulnerable. What they need is people who, especially when you're dealing with things like, if you're dealing with things that are supposed to be for the enlightenment of people, and then you find out about, you know, sex conspiracy or whatever like that. You know that it's energy that is influencing. It's not necessarily the actions of individuals, it's energy. Just like how we were talking about how, you know, the Black Lives Matter and the whole shutting down the Pride Parade and all that stuff. It wasn't about those individuals shutting down the thing. It was about the energy that they're getting from the Pride Parade behind their thing. It wasn't about that they can do that. Any group could have went there and sat in the middle of the street or whatever like that and shut it down. It's not particular to Black Lives Matter to do that. Anybody, the Sri Lankans went and shut down the Garden when they were having issues. So it's not something like, oh, well, they shut the city shut down or whatever like that. Oh, they shut down this parade or whatever. It's about the energy. So once the predators can get the people to open themselves up or not have a defense, then they can suck energy forever.
If you can remember back to when Rocky came out, and Rocky had that energy, you know, seeing a white guy defeat this big black guy, you know, all the Italians came out the movie theaters like, the first black guy to knock out, right?
I remember that.
That's the energy that you get from these films.
You know, the Star Wars.
And as we have this new movie, I don't know if you've seen it or you could talk about it, Tarzan.
Yeah.
Tarzan, you look at Tarzan, I wanted to throw something at the screen.
Yeah.
Because at the first screen, you'll see like they're walking through the jungle, and their guide through the jungle is a Moor.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then at his feet, the white guy standing there, and then you see a spear just throw down on the floor, like it's like the person that threw it was so weak and so shy, he just you know, and this one white guy, you know, he's controlled the whole jungle, and you have, you know, a whole nation of people living there their whole lives, and this one white guy, he could talk to the animals, he could do this, and you know, that's the energy that you're getting from that movie, and you're coming out there like, where's my energy?
Passive,
Where's my energy? You're just taking my energy, you're taking my history, and I walk out of that movie theater like, seriously?
Yeah, you actually feel the energy.
That's that energy that they're sucking
There's an energy behind Tarzan.
Thank you.
Because it's a nation that came.
But they had history in there. They're talking about
Yeah,
King
yeah,
Leopold.
yeah.
They're talking about King Leopold, how he, he had all this money and this, but they're not telling he wiped out almost 80 million. 80 million
Over
tribal
there, yeah.
just to get the rubber from the,
Yeah.
trying to build up because they were bankrupt. Belgium was bankrupt. And they're throwing a little bit of history in with the lie.
Yeah.
Well, look at the Planet News. What do you think
Oh,
that's
oh,
based on?
that's like
Planet
what,
News is basically
yeah,
taking
when the
over and
explorers
changing over
like
the
go
world.
around
Like,
the world and they
Same
find out
thing.
everywhere in the world they find these natives, the carvings, the statues, the pyramids, all around the world. Is this whole planet apes?
Okay, how about this?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Literally.
Julius Caesar,
Yeah.
Cleopatra.
Yeah.
Cleopatra is the strongest black woman in the industry, but everybody portrays her as a white woman.
Actually, Queen Octavia defeated Alexander, but they never said that.
Right.
They sent
You
she
know that
sent them back.
Cleopatra killed off her, married and killed off her man for power. Because she was dominant.
Black women
She
are
didn't
doing that
need
right now
nothing.
with divorce. So
She didn't need nothing. That's when black power mattered. She had power. She
Yeah.
had everything at her feet. Every young girl to this day should be praising and
Yeah.
learning from Cleopatra. But you will never see that being taught to our kids.
Right. So
All our women are not being taught to be strong women because of that. Because
Well, that's-
Elizabeth
that's-
Taylor's
that's-
played her.
that's
Because
because
Angelina
they
Jolie's
suppressed-
played her.
they suppress the information and they twist everything around. Because before Christianity showed up, everybody worshipped the black woman. Why? Because she was the creator of life.
got that.
You came through.
I know you got.
You came through the covenant, the ark, the creator of life. The woman is the one person that creates life. And around the world, the global community worship the black woman because of that.
Well, technically,
Go
that's
ahead.
not
Just-
true.
yeah, hit-
Technically,
yeah, hit that up.
Technically,
that's not true
Yeah,
because
hit that up.
Okay.
there's no such thing as a black woman.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, remember
Cleopatra
that.
was not a black queen or a black woman. She didn't recognize herself as that. So you got your context is wrong, and that brings out the energy also. There's no black woman being
When we're talking about the witchcraft again.
When she was around, there was no such
no,
thing as
that's right. There's no black woman being honored. There's no such thing as a black woman. So your concepts,
Like at that
your words,
at that time.
your words.
So when we have it, like this is what we're talking about with the change that has to take place with our people
Yes.
in order to get the stuff to get the energy back, go flowing. You know what I mean? Opposed to the energy going that way all the time,
Yes.
to get the energy cycling this way all the time.
Right.
Is things like that. Realizing that, when we say black queen, that's an illusion.
Yeah.
Because in the time of the kings and queens that look like us, the word itself, black, didn't exist in those times. So we can't today, where we have this word, transform it to back then and think that it's relative to back then. Actually, what we just did is we just killed back then.
Yeah.
Now back then's dead because we classified it as the futuristic dead name instead of using the original name of what it was that gave it the power for us to look at it and say, oh, the black queens or whatever like that. Once you
see,
put
that's
that
why-
thing on,
And that's where I was getting with that, where everybody forgot the name of Empress, King, all that
Right.
stuff. But then now, every time you turn on Facebook, they're showing you
Yeah.
pictures, and then they're telling you this is what it was. Now they found the first black person. Okay. Now they're going in the tombs now
Yeah.
and actually showing what we really look like.
right?
All the spinks and stuff, their noses are going back up now. Why?
Yeah,
That's not the original noses that was on the roof.
exactly.
They are all bright and white noses, and that's why every single one of them is smashed.
Yeah, they're,
Christopher Columbus didn't touch that.
we smashed them in order to put their faces on.
It's
But as going back to what Kuja was saying though, once you go within and you know who you are, right? You know that once you see that on Facebook, next,
Yeah.
right away,
RV Bay.
right away, you know. But if you don't go inside and know who you are, like touch onto the DNA, the DNA is there, the blood is there, right? If they're using us for energy, that means we have some kind of power.
Right.
So
Like
why can't we tap into that power ourselves instead of being the victim all the time?
Right.
You see, where everybody's trying to change themselves, where people are trying to change themselves to look black.
No, because so-called pale people's job to come here is to be like us.
So they're not wrong. Going to the
Not
tanning
white.
or whatever like that and taking melatonin pills and,
Not white
and
people.
you know what I mean?
Pale.
Yeah.
You know?
Are trying to be like us.
Yeah.
So what are we supposed to be trying to be like?
Us,
And what are we?
the individual.
No, you gotta go further than that. What do you have inside of you that these people know that want to be like you? You understand? The power is in there. It's just that we don't use it, so somebody else is gonna use it.
Well, anybody can be anything if you put your mind to it.
But what I'm saying is, we don't.
But society keeps telling you not.
No, never mind society.
See,
Never
again,
mind
that's
society.
right. That's where
Never mind
we're
society.
trying to get people out of
Us.
Oh yeah.
Never mind
get
what
people
society
out
does.
of the concept that there's always an external force that is against us, trying to stop us from reaching the finish line. The finish line is right there, and we're like just right there, and then, you know what I mean, out of nowhere comes the white man, and then, you know what I mean, he pushes our hand, and then they win the race, and
Well, it's like
that's
my
not
dad did it. Like growing up in the music industry, instead of telling me what he did wrong, he kept telling me don't do it.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm sitting there going, why'd you just teach me what went wrong? Instead of telling me not to do it.
Right.
You're not telling me why not to do it.
Right.
Just like someone saying don't burn trees. Why?
Yeah.
Just because you don't like to burn trees, why
Right.
can't I burn trees?
Right.
Like it's like, or why are you burning trees for? Are you
Yeah.
doing it to stimulate yourself, or are you doing it just to get
Recreation, or
Yeah, you know, it's just everything has its purpose. If you're gonna drink, why are you drinking? Oh, to cover your stress and your pains and all that stuff. Well, then go run, go for a walk, go do something different. But more people are like, here, drink. Just the same thing they did to our culture, they do it to the Aboriginals.
Yeah.
They're doing it to everything's just like feed you drugs, feed you alcohol, dummy. Because if you really realize what you have, we're screwed.
Yeah.
But no one looks at that.
What do you mean?
We don't.
What do you mean Aboriginal? What do you mean?
Like indigenous people, like from, because I grew up in Winnipeg, so I go to every reservation. I watch the property what they're doing to them. They're ripping these people off big time.
yeah.
Become
A
something.
carton of milk is like $7 to $9. A box of chicken is $30 to $50.
But the reason why I asked it is because
We're that.
we're the Aboriginal.
I know
It's not them.
we are into it.
So if they're
indigenous,
getting their tail licked,
but what the
they're supposed to
government
be
is
getting their tail
teaching
licked.
Yeah,
them,
they signed up.
You know what I mean?
they signed up.
So if they're supposed to be
really
getting
did.
that, you're not supposed to be feeling emotional for them.
But you guys don't see what's going on this side. I don't. It's not about feeling emotional for them. It's just when you actually go onto those reservations and see how they're being treated,
Yeah.
it's like they're just being dumped there.
Yeah.
And it's like same thing with. And then I look at Winnipeg as the biggest one
Yeah.
because we're in the center of Canada.
Okay, but how are you being treated?
Me, I've been treated disrespectful.
And this is your
I've
land.
gotten to the point where I've changed the community, got guys off the streets, doing stuff, and then I got set up to get stabbed 5 times a month.
So this is your land though.
Yeah.
So you're looking at
But they
you're looking
take it away
at
from
the
you in the
so-called
chest.
natives, right? And you're feeling bad. This is your land. Get that concept. This is yours. It's not theirs. This is yours.
So you see, if you
So
look
they're
at-
catching their tail for their reasons, for their karma.
I get it.
This is yours. This is not theirs. You're missing the connection. This is yours. It's not theirs. You're not from Jamaica. You're not from St. Vincent. This is yours,
Yeah, I get it.
not theirs.
The whole continent.
I know
Right.
that, but I'm saying when you go out to these places, why is there poverty within the government in the country that should not have that?
But that's
And
what
they
you're
push
saying.
them out
That,
to the side.
yeah, but that's the thing. That's created.
That's
Right.
why.
They contracted to
Right.
go through
Thank you.
those things that they're going through. So
So
it's,
now
it's
when
just
we
like
turn around and say that we're indigenous and we're all stuff,
Well,
they
I-
only look at that.
I think their
Right.
their leaders sold
Right.
them out, just
Right.
like our leaders sold us out.
right.
You see,
And
when,
that's
when you're
smart
coming
like
from east to west, it's a different environment.
Right.
We don't have, like the government, we don't have wars. We don't have different areas where people are fighting and stuff. Everything's interactive. So when you're going up, it lightens up. It gets whiter.
Yeah.
Going down.
When you go,
When you come this way,
Yeah.
I get my spiritual back. You won't see this in any of these other cities.
right.
That's what I'm trying to show you guys is they're blocking the minds saying Aboriginals. That's why they have their own awards.
Right.
That's why they have their own stuff. Now they're
Out-
indigenous.
out there.
Now they're like all the West Coast.
Yeah.
They have their own awards. They have their own things. They have their own stuff for the people.
Yeah.
We
The
don't
so-called
have to do
indigenous. The so-called
Yeah,
indigenous.
so the
native
indigenous
ones,
awards.
yeah,
None of us are in there.
Right.
I have a half black native rapper that went in there, and because you're not full indigenous,